Do you know you can buy a 1 million naira property for just 100,000 naira? Let me show you how. Welcome to Leducation, your legal podcast, where we break down legal matters, legal principles, legal concepts, break it down for your understanding without even going to the law school. If you are just joining us for the first time, go back, watch our previous episodes so that you can flow with the understanding of our discussion. Do well to also subscribe. Do well now. Do it now. Yes, good. Today, I want to discuss with you how you can buy a property. How you can buy a 1 million naira property for just 100,000 naira, for instance. Okay, so the question is, do you know there is a difference between deposits and part payment in land transaction? Do you know the importance of a contract of sale? What's the implication of breach of a contract of sale? These are what we want to discuss in this episode. Let's go.
Please, this secret formula, keep it with you. Are you ready for that formula?
Let us start with the difference between a contract of sale and a deed of assignment or deed of transfer, or by whatever name you call it. Now, a deed of transfer is the legal documentation that you do, that you execute after you have transferred, or it is the document that you execute to transfer the title in a property as a buyer, as a seller, to the buyer. However, a contract of sale is an agreement to transfer, not a transference, so to say. So it's saying that I agree to transfer the title in this property to you upon fulfillment of certain conditions. All right. Now, this is very important for those who are buying a land and not intending, or who are not paying outrightly. I'm going to break it down. Now, there is a difference between the payment of deposit and part payment. All right. For deposit, let me use an example to be able to break it down to you. Do you know you can buy a property? Say the cost is for 1 million naira, and then you have a negotiation with the family or with the seller. You say that, well, the property is 1 million naira, but I do have 1 million naira now. Let me make a deposit of 100,000, 200,000, or whatever it is. Let me make a deposit, and then I can pay the full sum at a later time. In this situation of payment of deposit, after a reasonable time has passed and you have not paid the full payment, or you have not gotten back to them, the seller can on its own dispose the property to somebody else, because he just feels he has a right to believe at that point that you have lost interest in buying the property.
My head is splitting, man.
Sorry.
Oh God, what kind of sudden headache is this?
Sorry, my dear.
On the other hand, you negotiated with the family or the seller. You negotiated with the family or the seller for 1 million naira, but please, I don't have 1 million naira. Now, I agree to pay 1 million naira, but let me pay a part of it as part payment. And they agree. Ooh, congratulations. Now, if that agreement to pay part payment, you paying the part payment, execution of contract of sale, and they put you in possession of the property, you can as well conclude that you have bought a property. Just ensure that you sign a contract of sale, make the part payment, and ensure they put you in possession. By that, what is left is for both parties is an order of specific performance. The buyer going to court in case the seller wants to run away from that contract to say that impose on him to transfer the title to me and not somebody else. The seller can also go to court to say, please impose it upon this person to pay me the full agreed payments. This is where we pause for today. But just before you leave, ensure that you subscribe, ensure that you also share to other people to be a beneficiary of this also. Thank you for joining us always. Till we come your way again, same time next week. Bye.